I ain't got nobody yet. And if you see, sorry, just a little bit. I got this. So if you see me do that, that's because I've kind of gotten a little sick. I think the flu, maybe. I'm not claiming it. It's claiming me. So I'm doing everything I can to, get that vitamin C in me so that I don't get sicker. But let me turn it around while I'm waiting on everybody. Nice, ain't it? Very nice. So, as you come on, if you can, if you're not watching on a TV at home, and you might be able to comment on there. Excuse me, if you know how. So I'm just waiting on people to get on before I actually really start anything. Look at the fog. Oh, hello. Who came on? How you doing? You doing all right? I'm protecting I kind of got a sore throat. See, and it's 31, the car says, so I gotta do that to try not to get that cold air in my throat. I don't want to get worse. So if you can, just holler at me. Hey, Wald. Dude, you doing all right? It's a birth defect, brother. It's a birth defect. I got a video on the playlist on the channel, and it's entitled Explaining My Voice. So it's under 3 minutes. So if you want to go watch that real quick, and that'll give you all the details. But yeah, I sound like, hold on, let me read what you're saying. Well, I can't help it. It's just a birth defect. It used to be a lot higher, but, I'm 51. When I was in kindergarten, I would talk like Mickey Mouse, but real high. And people would be like, what did you say? So, you'll see this go next year. This is just a winter coat. I don't like to be cold, so during the winter, this grows out. Because I don't like cold hair. So, nah, we ain't gonna play that game, brother. Can't make fun of me, buddy. That ain't right. We ain't doing that number. Here's some information. Swafford Meeting House. I'll try not to shake. Let me try to get... I'm related to these people here. Sorry, I'm not trying to shake on purpose. It's just that it's chilly. Well, thank you. Wow, dude, I thank you for subscribing to the channel. I thank you. I don't mean to jump on nobody, but I have I ain't jumping on you, but I have got some comments in like about a month ago, and I just rub it off because I've been, people have called me things. Growing up, I'm so used to it, so I just try to get them back with some humor. So maybe if I hold the phone with my right hand, don't shake like a leaf. So how many people got? We got 10 people. Yeah, humor works well when it comes to bullies. And like my dad's dad was crazy anyway, but he had some issues. But he was a Marine, and he was in the Vietnam War, so he was a kind of person. But he always told me nobody messed with him. When I'll tell you how bad my dad could fight. When my mom and dad got divorced, Dad, we moved to St. Louis, Missouri. He moved back here when I was 13-year-old. My grandma was having some issues, and but Dad, he met this girl, and they went to a bar. Yep, that's Sasquatchy. Yep, you're right, Ants. Sasquatchy Valley. Uh, he went to a bar, and she just broke up with her ex-boyfriend, and he was at the bar. They didn't know it, but uh, the guy come over and gave Dad a cheap shot. Dad said he was sitting there drinking his beer. Next thing he knows, somebody hit him. Well, Dad, Dad knocked the guy's eyeballs out of his head. Well, one of them. That's how hard my dad hit. 'Cause I saw it. We took her to the hospital to see him, and he come outside looking like a mummy. So nobody messed with Dad. Sorry I'm shaking. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I want to show you. Let me start over here. Now I just noticed this one. Sorry, I'm trying not to shake. It's a bit chilly. That's a old stone, ain't it? Oh, you are. Well, I wished I was worth $1 trillion. I think I'm probably worth $10. Maybe. I feel like it sometimes. I mean, I'm not rich. I'm one of them guys that go out every week and plugs along. You know, but that was because of, the reason why I ain't set now is because when I was younger, I didn't make the right decisions. But too bad I didn't. My dad told me some stuff that I should have listened to. But at the time I thought, he's just wanting to take my money. Yep, this is Tennessee. It's foggy right now. But if you look over yonder, there's a mountain right there. What did what say, Ants? You want me to go back somewhere? Oh, the wife? She's probably watching, I don't know. But she's at work. She's at work. She, but next weekend, I got 3 days to do video, so I'm gonna catch up because she has to work. She's usually off Friday and Saturdays, but uh, she has to take off 2 days this week extra because she has to go to. Look at that. Now, I want to ask everybody a question. Do you think there's more than one person in this one? Or do you think there's one? Well, we don't have much of a name. It says it's Nancy. 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 Huh, I can't read it. But let me look and see if I can see a date. If anybody can, let me know. Here, I got a good idea so I don't shake. There. Let's sit you on my knee. Let's see here. That looks like a 18. I think that's 1809. When she passed. That's born something. But I can't make it out. I'm sorry. I tried. No, that's not 1959. They aren't burying him like that. You know, that's not even 100 years ago. That's funny. Okay, I know this one has a name. I don't know which. I think it's on the other side. One of them does. Yeah, this has a name. It actually has a plaque. Abraham. Ain't that cool? No, not back. That's way back then. You know, if they didn't have that. I mean, they could have, but I doubt it. 'Cause you know why? These were farmers. So they didn't, you know, they were well to do, but you had to think. Back in the 1700s, they didn't have what we have today. They had to, like, plant gardens and everything back there. Let me try to get it close. I don't know what that says. Do y'all? Savannah? That's a V. V. That don't make no sense. That's a Y. No. TV. TVN. Hannah Swafford. So right there, there's two bodies right there. In this one. Husband and wife. They're buried together. Yeah, they had just what was the necessity to survive back then. You know, you had to go out. Yeah, there's a hand. Yeah, that got me striking me funny. Let's see what date. 18, 1834. Huh, brother and sister. Yeah, brother and sister. Oh, that just don't make sense. April 28th, 1834, and passed on April the 2nd, 1838. So, can somebody help me with that? What do you think? Brother and sister? Twins? Possibly? Yeah, me too. I'm confused. Sometimes it confuses me. But well, let's go over here. Here, I'm gonna hit some of these that we can read, okay? Now, well, yeah, there's probably one in every family that's been a kissing cousin. No, I don't. I ain't never seen no spirits. Not here. I ain't never come at night, but if there's a spirit, it's like this, guys. If there's a spirit, it's not like in the movies that they only come out at night. If they're going to come out, if they're there, they're going to be there during the day. If they don't want you there or whatever, they're going to make themselves known whatever time of the day it is. It's put on a pole. Yeah, there's a lot of deer hunters right out here right now. There's a lot of. Now, we got some littles in here too. But I don't think we have Stuart Little. That's a joke. Sorry, bad joke. You know, the mouse. That's an old one too, He was born in 1848, 49. And, or she was, but he was born in 47. So that's pretty interesting to me. You know, I like doing this. I like doing this because I love history. History is fading away, We need to bring back our history for the younger generation, They need to know where we come from. And that's a big part of American history. And, we come from all over the place. Then we have a story to tell. And we have their story to tell along with it because I found out that I've got some good history in my tree. Like for instance, my third great grandma, she was a hood. Her first cousin, if you know history, in the American Civil War, she was first cousins with General John Bell Hood, which makes me first cousins. I think it said 4 times removed or something like that. Final? No, that's your opinion. But he exists. Just have to look around. And like the scripture says, seek and you shall find. You gotta seek, kind of like going hunting for buried gold, If you want it, you're gonna find it. Where am I? I'm in Tennessee. No, it ain't. You just gotta get out and do something if you're able to. You gotta get out and do something, man. I used to think the same way, but that was in my early 20s, you know. I dealt with a lot of uh, depression back in them days and stuff like that. Now look at this. Now we got some writing, but it needs to be cleaned. Let me try to make that out. In memory of, I don't know, if it was cleaned, you could come out, you could make it out. Sorry, I'm shaking. No, I'm 51. I wished I was 35 again. That'd be nice. I wished I was 35 and thought about doing these YouTube videos back then, but I was doing the same thing, but I was taking pictures of stones and with my phone and down, your phone it's only got so much memory. So I'd we'd go out looking through cemeteries and I'd just take pictures of everything. And so I get home and I've got pictures of different cemeteries, but I forgot which cemetery it was. So uh, I decided, heck with it, I'm just gonna start videoing it. Yeah, final. Here. I'm trying to read what you're saying. Yeah, being old does suck, but hey, it helps. It happens to the best of us. If you make it to 50, I'm sorry, brother, things start happening. And if anybody's watching that, you're like 25 to 5, don't, don't lift nothing heavy without getting it. Because when you're getting old, that's going to catch up with you. Trust me. I just know I'm experiencing things like that. And I used to drink. I used to drink 10 cases of beer a week. And I used to get stoned from the time I got up, from the time I uh, went to bed. I was a stoner. And thank the Lord me. God, say there ain't a God, final, there's a God. Because he helped me through all that. If it wasn't for him, I'd be 6 foot under. Because I've had a lot of bad things happen that I should have been dead. Like a drug dealer, I went over to his house to get something, and he pulled a knife and stuck it to my throat, and he was whacked out on heroin. He could have killed me, but instead he let me go. So, there's a God, 'cause I got spared plenty of times. But, okay, people, don't worry. I just, got rid of Vinyl. Got tired of his stuff. Too much. Yeah, I am too. That's why I got rid of him. Kicked him off. Sorry, I'm on her. I don't like that crap. I'm a positive person. We want positive people on this channel, don't we, y'all? Yeah, thank you. See, I'm taking care of y'all. if you're with me, I'm gonna protect you. You know, I I love people. I I respect people. I don't want nobody to disrespect people that I'm talking to. And I'm the type of person, uh, my dad taught me to earn respect, you have to give it to earn it. That guy, he wasn't earning no respect, was he? So I had to do what I had to do. So, just can't. Oh, you're from New Zealand. Sorry. Next year I'll be able to pronounce more words, which I'm doing a pretty good job. See, I think 4 years ago, or not 4 years ago, the 4 or 5 months ago, I got diagnosed with a enlarged liver, and they still don't know what's going on with that. And that's when I decided to do this channel, because at the time I thought I was dying, because I thought, that's it, I'm out of here. So my mom's still living. She she watches me. She's my biggest fan. Hi, Mom. But uh, I thought, well, if I'm gonna kick the bucket, I need to do something where Mom and my sister and my family can see me. Which, by the way, I think this is the slave part of the cemetery right here. The reason why I'm thinking that is because, excuse me, there's no, there's nothing to tell you who they are. I don't know. I don't know. Rock. I just call you, yeah, J Rock. That's what I call you. I don't know. It makes me mad. It makes me mad because they're not doing that. I wished. Yeah, I drunk a lot of beer. I'm surprised I'm not dead. And I did back when I was in my 20s, I think 21, 22. I if you're familiar with the country singer Keith Whitley, that was a country singer back in the 80s. Don't close your eyes. You know, I can't sing. I'll run you off. But he drunk himself to death. He got alcohol poisoning. And I did too. I did too one night. And luckily, where I was outside and I was on the hill. When I fell on the hill, I couldn't move. Every time I got sick, I could have been like Jimi Hendrix. But thank goodness, thank the good Lord, on that hill, and every time I got sick, I was able to rock myself and roll down the hill a little bit, and I'd get sick again, and I'd keep on doing that. And see, I've had some pretty close calls. But my wife, we've been together 10 years, and she didn't do none of that stuff. She came from a good, strict Christian family, and she gave me an ultimatum. She said, it's either Val or me, you take your pick. Because the girl that got us together, I was still smoking. Well, uh, I asked her, I said, well, Kim, does she get stoned? She said, well, I don't know, you ask her. So I pulled out this bag of weed. She's like, what is that? I'm like, it's pot. She's like, well, you better flush that down the commode. It's either that or me. You take your pick. So that's, who I picked. So, yep, the power of ladies, which I went to school with her in ninth grade, so I've known her. Hi, Johnny. How you doing, buddy? So I've known her since, 15-year-old, 14. So, and I was kind of, not too long, but maybe a couple weeks, I kind of, something about her made me feel like I needed to ask her out. And so I was kind of like her stalker for a couple weeks. And every time she'd go down the hall, I was so skinny I could duck, the locker, on the end of the, I could act like I was part of the locker. So, and then I did finally ask her out, and she turned around and said, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Oh, never mind, never mind." So, and she's gonna kill me for telling this story. She's gonna be like, "Why did you talk about that?" So, I'm gonna get a killing when I get home. Just look out. But I'm gonna walk through here again. And we're gonna look at. Here's a Lee. Now, I did not realize this. Huh. Maggie. Let's see about the front. Now, there is a cemetery right up the road. I gotta get permission before I document it, but it's not that big. So, I have a question for you guys that are on here. When I do it, would y'all like to be with me, like on a live stream, when I document it? Now, I can do that if there's service there. I'm pretty sure there is, because it's right up the hill on a hill, or right up the road on a hill. So, you let me know. You let me know, because I can do that. It's not that big. It's like, from what I can tell, I guess there could be 20 people, 30 people in there. Okay, ants. I got one, two. Yes, sir. I'm a man, ain't I? I got a beard. So that should tell you something. Yes. And I'm a one-woman man, too. Yeah. I ain't never been a cheater. I got a review message. Ah, we gotta kick. Guess we gotta kick a guy off. Okay. Enough of that. Johnny just left, boys and girls. Ants, you still with me? Yeah. I don't like that. I kick him off. So, I tell you, people, there's just boogers out there that, when you do a live stream, they just want to interrupt it and be mean and crude and rude. Show you this. Now, I did this video, cemetery, so you might want to go back and watch it. But look at this humongous tree. Now, we're going to go up to the... this thing, I used to trees for a living. I used to be a tree trimmer. So, and I can guarantee you, this tree is probably, I'm assuming, every bit of, I'd say about 600 years old. Because look at the size of that limb right there. That's the size of just a regular oak tree. So, you know how long it takes to grow that out. Ain't that humongous? How'd you like to have that in your front yard or backyard? That would make a good deer stand, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, scroll on down. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't have the thing. It told me to scroll on down. Yeah, that is amazing. I have to read you. Okay, let me read you. Oh, I ain't seeing nobody. We're seeing this. That's a downy. See that view now, boys and girls? My sidestepping adventures. Ain't that wild? Too bad. I don't know if you guys could take a picture of that through this live stream, but it's a doozy. Here's one of my relatives. I'm related to everybody in here, but almost. I don't think I'm related to the littles. And I can tell you who Lee, which branch he's in on the toilet side, 'cause I look at so many people on my genealogy that, sometimes that starts to run together. That's a Hodge. And over here is a Hodge, too. Aunt, you still with me? Oh, I see you. Yeah, it's nice and peaceful here. I don't know why I had to get that thing to scroll down again. Here. Oh, Worthington? So if you're Worthington, and I don't know who this is, maybe we can... I'm fixing to... Wife's getting me a GoPro for Christmas, y'all. I know. I've heard already how that camcorder that I'm using, it ain't the best. Yeah, I still see you, wild dude. Yeah, I need a GoPro. You know, I should have got one years ago, but finances. Sometimes best thing to do is, you know, the bills and, well, the bills come first, before anything. Oh, it does? Well, thank you. Well, excuse me. My wife says that if I had a GoPro, I wanted shake. She said, so she's getting me the GoPro with all the accessories with it. And she says I shake too much, which I know that. I try not to shake, but I've been shaking for years. But I try not to shake. My dad was a drunk, and he'd come home and he was a verbal abuser. Yeah, gimbal. Yeah, I try not to shake, but and I want to get the best quality for y'all, but sometimes it's just kind of hard to do, which I think today I'm shaking because it's kind of chilly. I'm in Tennessee, Tim. Yeah, well, I don't think in this old part of the cemetery, Rose, they, on Decoration Day, they do. I'll have to I'll have to make a note of that, and on Decoration Day next year I'll film the cemetery for y'all. You're in you're in North Carolina. Well, dude, huh? No, I didn't, Ants. No, I didn't. Yeah, that's cool. I've got one of these days, 'cause I got a bunch of cemeteries all over in the middle part of Tennessee to do. So, uh, what I'm gonna do is whenever, I mean, I ain't doing this for YouTube to pay me. I'm doing this to get this information out. You know why? 'Cause I'm one of 58 grandchildren just on my dad's side. My grandma had 13 kids. And out of the 13 kids, let me think a minute, 9 of them had kids. So there's a lot of us. Then they had kids, and there's a lot of my second cousins, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you know. So that's why I'm doing this, because one of my first cousins did the genealogy, and I've always been into genealogy. I love genealogy. How about you, Ants? Do you do you get into genealogy any? Yeah, he was busy. Yep. Uh, do you study your family tree? Do you study your genealogy? How about you, wild dude? Do you uh know your family tree? Good grief! Wow, that's you've got a story, don't you? Oh, good, Ants. I'm glad. I'm glad. Wow, dude, you got a story. Well, my family were crazy, but I ain't found that yet. But well, that's good, Ants. I'm glad you see my the Ford side. If you go up to the Fortune, the ship right after the Mayflower, my Ford side, they come over on that ship. So that's how long the Ford side has been over here. Uh, 16, 1623 is when we landed over here, and then he died. He died at 23, 24 years old. So, yeah, that was bad, you know. But they had kids. So the kids, you know, produced, and here we go. But I got some crazy stories of my own. My supposedly my third great grandparents that are Fords, they were cousins, first cousins. But the bad thing of it, I cannot find where they're buried at. And I think somebody got a deer. I just heard a gunshot. Nope, don't hear nothing. Yeah, I did that too. I'm glad y'all sticking with me. I'm glad. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is a genealogy, but I'll be doing hiking videos pretty soon. I got to get a few more cemetery videos for the winter, and maybe a few for next year. But I got something special for y'all for Christmas, but I have to, that's your all's Christmas present from me. So, at Christmas time, you'll be wanting to check out the channel through the week of Christmas, because I'm going to have a lot of video out going on. So, just a heads up. No, I never hiked it. I'd like to. I'd like to hike it. I would love to. But unfortunately, if I go, my wife has to go. And right now her legs, she's having fluid built up in her kneecaps. So we're trying to get that taken care of eventually. So, like it stinks when you have to get old. Everything starts happening. Yeah, there is. You know, I wouldn't mind. I'm one of those. I'm one of those. When I was younger, like a teenager, maybe almost teenagers, but I would read the books about Area 51, ghost stories, all this jazz, and I mean, I was into it. So I think that's why I have a lot of information because of like book reports and stuff like that. So that's what I did for a book report, Area 51 ghost stories and stuff like that. But I'd like to walk that. You know, if I was like had a machine gun and machine gun on me, couple grenades, you know, loaded up to the gills, I'd go out there, you know, whatever's out there snatching people, you know, it ain't gonna snatch me without a fight, you know, so who knows, I might be the one that solves the mystery. Now this here is the meeting house. I'm sorry if I can't get a good picture. Ain't that pretty? Yeah, wild Sasquatch? Yeah. Well, if it's wild, it don't wanna tangle with me if I got a gun. Especially high powered. Yeah, that is neat. It, certain trace of land or pencil of land supposed to contain their 3 acres more or less for the use of the Methodist Episcopal Church, on which there is a meeting house built, lying, and being in the county of and in the state of Tennessee, known by the name of Swafford Meeting House, in graveyard. Thomas Swafford, marker placed by Crab Orchard, uh, NSDAR 2012. Yeah. Sometimes I read for you, sometimes I don't because of my throat. Sometimes it kind of gets raspy. So, I do, you know. Um, Look at, I think this is an old outhouse. Yeah, it's peaceful here. I got to go to Pikeville next because the cemetery that's coming up next week, my uncle is buried in it, and I want to get a couple of short videos, That way I can remind everybody next Friday it's coming out. So I'll probably post a couple of them shorts in through the week, but uh, I don't know what else I'm gonna do. It just depends on how I feel. I had to get a bunch of orange juice last night and start drinking it because I thought that I might be coming down with the flu, and I don't want that. I got enough problems without coming down with the flu. So I got to work, Christmas. It's a coming. So eat garlic? Yeah. Make it 24. Yeah. Uh, yeah, well, I try not to. I ain't a granny. I'm a grandpa. Well, as far as I know, I ain't got no kids, but uh, I could be a grandpa. But yeah, yeah, Mega. How you doing, Mega? Eat garlic. Now, yeah, that's okay, Mega. That's okay. I understand. It happens. People don't understand why I talk like this, and so sometimes they don't think before talk and the words come right out. I'm used to it. No, no. This is my normal voice. Uh, I I have a video in my playlist, and it's called "Explaining My Voice." It's like under 3 minutes long, but it'll let you know the reason why I talk like I do. Which, I think it's getting a little bit lower. But why couldn't it got low when I was a teenager? I could have made it big, singing before I started smoking. Well, I got around the wrong people. So that's how I got wild, which my dad wasn't much of a role model. So, but for you guys that just come on, and for Ants and Wild Dude, I know we done walked through this, but Mega and somebody else come on. I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch where I'm walking. Yep, I'm in Tennessee, Mega. Yep, Tennessee is pretty much a Trump state. Yeah. No, I haven't seen no bears. I hope I never do. Now, there was a bear not too long ago, um, in town, in Crossville. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was cool. That's a that's a way to go. They can't cheat like that. There's no possible way a person could cheat with that much coverage. That blew my mind. I'd never seen that in my whole life. And my grandpa on my mom's side, he was a Democrat, but that was back in the 80s. And he passed away in 85 at 65. But back then, people don't realize, back then the Democrats were like the Republicans are today. They upheld what the Democrat or Republicans are doing today, but people don't realize every, I don't know how many years, that they kind of change course, flip flop. But, you know, if my grandpa was alive, he would have never voted, he would have voted for Trump. Because he was very, he had his Bible everywhere. He was a smoker. He smoked Pall Mall cigarettes, but next to the ashtray laid his King James Bible. And he wasn't afraid to tell you how it was. But, you know, the sad part about all this is some people that are family members, they can no longer speak to each other because of things that were said beforehand. I've got one of them in my family tree. I can't speak to her now because she just went off on me. I mean, big time. And that's a shame, you know. When politics gets that bad, a person needs to just go on a fishing trip, you know. Go on a fishing trip, get your mind off of it, and get refreshed. Because when it comes to a point you hurt your uncles, your aunts, or something like that, uh, you're going too far. So I hope y'all like what you're seeing, and I'm glad y'all, aunts, Wild Dude, Mega, whoever else is watching, and you guys are on here with me. I'm happy, you know. Y'all made me happy this morning. I'm a talker. My wife says she can't take me nowhere because we can't get out of nowhere because I sit there talking to him, and I think that's one reason why the good Lord put it on my mind and my heart to do this channel. I got you people to talk to. And my wife she's kind of a quiet type person. She's quieter than me till you make her mad. But uh, she's not so much of a talker. Me, I can, like somebody asked me this morning, I had to get my coffee at the gas station. I told him where I was going. And he said, well, what you gonna say? I said, man, I'm a man of many words. I don't run out of nothing to say. Yep, happy wife, happy life. You're right there. That's for sure. Yeah. But no, I don't run out of stuff to say. Look at here, Mega. Now, I've been talking. I haven't shown you nothing. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to pretty soon have to get out of here because they're going to have church. I think 10 o'clock. I'm going to take you a peek. I don't know. I don't know if it's haunted or not. If the good Lord permits the people to come back and walk, they may be. They may be walking around hand in hand, you know. If the good Lord permits, you know. I know what the Word of God says, so you gotta wonder, you know. But if he permits it, it's possible. You know, it, it's a possibility. Ain't that cool? That's so cool. I love, I bet you with him, there's some history. Um, yeah, I went to school with some of them, Stevens. Yep, I sure did. I know, and everybody knows me. Everybody knows me as Squeak. If you're from Cumberland County or Squeak, I'm the Squeak Man, I'm the Squeakster. I call it all. So, I know everybody's laughing, but yeah, that's my nickname, Squeak. I've been called Mouse, but that only lasted for a minute until I busted his nose. Well, I pushed him off the jungle gyms. That was, I think, kindergarten. I got in trouble until I told him what happened. He was trying to make fun of me. You ain't calling me Mouse. That ain't happening. There he went. But now I'm going to show you the inside of this. Yeah, Martin. I know Martin, I think. That name sounds familiar to me. I know a lot of people. I'm pretty good. I'm better with faces these days than I am names. Sometimes a name will ring a bell. But yeah, I know the name. Let's see if we can get a peek. I don't know. We may have to. I think they've got it where you can't look in the windows. But I will try my best. Ooh, I don't know if that's locked. Yep, it's locked. So I'll try to block the sun and get this close up as I can. That wasn't a spirit. That was the sun. I know what somebody's gonna say. I saw a light in there. Oh, let's see. Now, everybody calm down. Let's get along, okay? Let's get along. I don't think I can. I'm gonna go back up, okay? Ain't that nice? Anybody on here? Or any of y'all carpenters, builders? What do you do for a living? Yeah, it is. Looks like a new roof, don't it? Maybe like, I don't know, that looks pretty new, don't it? Maybe a year old? Look at that fog. That is cool, ain't it? Now, Pikeville is that way. Oh, yeah, right there. They're there. I think 12 miles. Hi, Daily Dose. I'm gonna have to read who come on, so bear with me. Yep, that's British agriculture there. Look at the cows. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Right there, too. See that man? Yeah. Moo. No, this is in like the middle of a field, but there's trees around. See? But there's fields on each side of me. Yeah, it is. It's a really good place. But, okay, I have another idea. I ran this by my wife. Okay, I don't know if a lot of you remember my third great grandpa ran with Champ Ferguson. Okay, I'm gonna do a story about Benjamin D. Asbury, aka Joseph Reinhardt. When I document the cemetery, I'll probably do that live as well, just to let you know. I'm probably gonna do that live with y'all. So, but I will let you know when that happens. So, well, y'all. Oh, did you hear that? Another gun. Well, y'all, I've been on for over an hour, and I got to get to where my uncle's buried before they have church because that's okay, Wild. No problem. I'll catch you next weekend. I'll be doing a live stream somewhere. Uh, hold on a minute. That reminds me. Uh, next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll be out doing a bunch of cemetery videos. So I might catch you off guard, and I might just decide to do a live stream. Not too long like this, but probably 15 minutes. But you guys all have a good day, you know. Um, thank you for watching me. Thank you for supporting the the channel and being subscribers. You're not going to be disappointed because I've got so much stuff. I wished I wished I had a twin, you know. But I've got so much stuff to give to y'all uh, that it's not even funny. I got a bunch of old cemeteries up here. I, there's a slave cemetery that I'm gonna try to look at after a bit and see if there is burials. So, but anyway, I got to get off of here, and I thank y'all for watching. Ants, Mega, uh, Wild Dude, BOM. Y'all have a good day, and take care. Justin, you take care, and I'll catch you on the next Sidesteppin adventure somewhere. But until then, Y'all take care of yourself. Thank you for watching me, Jason. Justin, you'll have to go back and watch. Ants, you have a good day. Frida, thank you for coming on, but I got to go. Okay? But I love y'all. God bless y'all. Thank you for watching me. And I'll see you on the next Sidesteppin' adventure. A mid Tennessee adventure. Bye bye.